Every mammal is the same, 4 chambers. How about the amphibian?
Yes.
Three. 1 ventricle, 2 atria. Okay, right here you can see the sulcus, right here. So you can actually see the descending artery coming down. So that means this would be your right, and there's your left ventricle, there's the apex. If we roll it up this way, there's your right atria and auricle, there's your left atria and auricle, and right between them is the pulmonary trunk, right here. See it? See how nice it is? Going into the pulmonary artery, just like you saw on the pluck, same thing. Now, here's the aortic arch, and here's your descending aorta coming down towards the abdomen. First 2 major branches off that arch is going to be what? I told you before. Brachiocephalic, left subclavian. It'll go into this left arm, all right? So now we come here, and let's look at the branches of the brachiocephalic. So here's the brachiocephalic, let's get the 3 branches up that you can see. Here we're going to have the right subclavian, right common carotid, left common carotid. So that's my left common carotid. What nerve is this running with?
Oh my God, it was so far up.
Huh? What nerve is that? Right, and then what nerve is this? Phrenic. You better remember this stuff. It's going to come quick, people. So now, when we leave the rib cage, right at this point, that subclavian is going to become axillary. The axillary, then we cross the lateral border of scapula, which is roughly here, and it's going to become the brachial. Crosses the elbow, becomes radial and ulnar. And what nerve is this? Median and ulnar nerve. So there's your landmarks. You know the nerves, the vessels run. Remember on the test, what runs with the median nerve? The brachial artery, and then in the forearm, the radial artery runs with it. There it is. It should be, unless it's messed up. All right, so now this big blue one is the superior vena cava. If we roll everything over this way, here will be your zygos vein, which was the bypass route or collateral route for the inferior vena cava, remember? It was coming up into the superior vena cava right here. You can see it entering. And if we come here underneath the heart, here's my inferior vena cava, and here's my right phrenic, because his right phrenic runs with the inferior vena cava right here. So that's how you remember this stuff. So here's our diaphragm. So we move everything over now so we can see. So as we move it all over, when I cross this point right here, I'm now in the abdomen, so I'm no longer in the thoracic cavity. So now the aorta becomes abdominal aorta, and there's your inferior vena cava. The first major branch is going to be celiac trunk. There it is. The celiac trunk is going to give me 3 branches. Let me get them up for you. Right there, okay? And the first one is going to be hepatic, meaning where's it going? Liver. Left gastric, feeding the left side of the stomach. Splenic. The splenic is going to give you the right gastric and the epiploid. In case it says it on the written. Where does the epiploid come from? Nope, splenic. So again, hepatic, left gastric, splenic. They're right in order, 1, 2, 3. So one of those 3 are getting pinned, people. You know that. Something that, you know, so one of those again. So then this next major branch is superior mesenteric, feeding the upper mesentery, like greater omentum and stuff. And then right here is the renal artery, and there's your renal vein. And there's your ureter. Okay? So let's throw this out of the way now and follow it down. The last major branch before we bifurcate is the inferior mesenteric. Now there's a ton of branches. There's the iliolumbar, there's the gonadals, there's tons. So we're not learning all that. It's not this simple. Now it bifurcates. And when it makes its bifurcation, this becomes the external iliac artery, crosses the inguinal area, and becomes the femoral. Look what's running with it, the nerve, see it? Okay, now, if we raise all this whole thing up so you can see it nice, like that, we're going to actually see this little piece right here with the common iliac artery, and the ones deep going down into the pelvis are the internal. So here's your externals, and there's your internals. And there's the common, that little tiny piece which is as big as the end of the probe, right there. That's the common. Now when we go, You see it right there. When we go to the venous structure, it kind of does the same thing, but now it becomes, instead of an external, this is the common iliac vein. At this point right here, because it's sending a branch down deep, it becomes external iliac vein to the femoral vein. So it goes common, external, femoral, where this one just goes external to femoral.
Where's the internal?
I can't show you. We don't need to know the internal. It's here though. It's going down this way. Deep. So don't worry about it. And if we show you a big yellow thing in here like this, that's a hepatic portal vein right there. See it? So they say yellow in the south. I think you're a little yellow. Right? Got no Western movies. Are you a yellow boy? Right? Little cowboy movies. I think they're a little yellow. Yellow. So now you can take over. She's gonna take over. You should, because you know this crap.